Well, that wasn't too long since the last broadcast, but apparently Mad doesn't have the video quite ready, so I didn't have to go anywhere. So grab some lunch and yeah, ready to see if I can make this work again. Where I actually didn't touch the controller the whole time, so it's exactly where we left off. So we now have the battle standard. We're still looking for stones 5, 6, and 7. First thing I think we're going to do is go to the swamp bank and we'll do Michaela's needle stuff. Hopefully, it actually connected somewhere because EV Mux was really not happy with me trying to go live. I don't know if it's recording or not, or if it's actually streaming anywhere or not. It kind of acted like it's doing its own thing. And I don't see a live preview of it on the YouTube studio. But then it also does say we're live. So there it is. All right, good. So we should be live at least on YouTube. All right, so we went here. We're going to go to Gower's Shack, give him the needle that we just got, and hopefully not get pounded by a giant up above us. Grab some runes. I love this. This thing's fantastic.
Can you give me some as well made?
So all we really have to do is go sit at a site of grace and come back, and he will have the needle ready to go for us. So we'll just ride down to the site of grace down here. Could also have just reloaded, but we could also level up, it looks like. So we'll go right back to the shack. You should have the needle ready. Then we take it to Michaela, and then we can get the mist spell that he has that does pretty good at just burning down anything that's there. All right, so we've got the needle. Now, like everything else, I have to remember where Michaela is. I know she's in a shack somewhere. And I think it's relatively close by. Or maybe she's in a ruins. Either, no, church? I don't know. We'll find it. And if we don't do it this moment, it's not the end of the world because don't really need the spell since we've got a death poker that does ridiculous damage already. Who's after me? Oh. And we might as well get the Site of Grace down here. She may be down in the swamp. Golden seed that we forgot to pick up earlier. That may be enough with the ones that we got in the capital to level up one more time again on that too. Some crab eggs. That looks like a very long drop. You know what? That was a pretty good hit. You know what? I bet I know where she is. There is the road out the back of the town. And you can scale to get to the place, but if you actually just go through the town, since we've already done the stuff to unlock all the doors, then we could just ride out the back road, not have to find the path down. Hey, what's up, stuttering guitarist? How's it going? And thank you for the sub. So we'll just go to the Celia under stair. Yeah. Still so far under leveled, it's crazy. Yep, that's the path I was looking for. Did you see the news about the Avs getting Zach Parise? And man, they absolutely dominated last night. Wings night should be a good game. And you'll have to check out the show tonight, Bourbon and Boarding. It's at 9:15 Mountain. We show a lot of clips and stuff from throughout the week. Alrighty then. What's the new bourbon called? If you know. I actually passed up some Buffalo Trace store picks this morning. Didn't feel like driving the 45 minutes to go get them. Oh, it's just called Frank Stallone's bourbon? Okay, then I think I don't have a P.O. box. I've been meaning to get one. Maybe that's reason enough to. Okay, so we got her taken care of. Then we can go back to the shack. And we should be able to buy the mist, the ashen mist, I think it is. Bad dog.
Something, so I decided I've only perhaps. Well, I must focus. I must stay.
Then I think if we reload one more time, he's back? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's him that we buy the spell from. Hey, what's up, Zombie Box? How you doing? I'm trying to create a super-powered mage before starting the main storyline. So on part 1 earlier today, I got the Death's Poker and got it up to a +4. And I'm trying to get it to +9 before we take on the first bosses. And as you can see, it already does a bit of damage. Oh, good. He is back. No. Yeah, it is him. He just looks very womanly sitting there. So Night Maiden's Mist is the one we want. And I guess we can get them all. It's going to be a mage, so.
Indeed. It seems the men, however, no.
You haven't played this one, Zombie Box? Uncle Frank's Bourbon. Okay. Is it going to be a wide release, like nationwide, or is it regional? Do you know? And Slender Dad's back, too. All right, let's go up to the Altus Plateau. And we're going to kill a scarab to get one of the stones. And I ended the last stream looking in the wrong place. It wasn't near the tree sentinel. It was actually down here in the Altus Plateau area. So I got to remember where you can get down at, because it's in between all those snake-headed guys that cast death at you. And I think I can just make my way down. That was a bit iffy. Okay, so we're looking for a scarab in the midst of 3 of these big guys. There it is. There we go. Smithing Stone 5. Oh, sounds like the wife's home. May not get to do as much as I wanted after all. I can't remember what's down here, so I'm just gonna go for it. Okay. So next we want to try to get to Mount Gelmir. Let me get away from them so that I can travel. It's acting like somebody's still chasing me. There we go. So let's see. To do Mount Gelmir from Altius west, I think we can take the path through the cliffs if I'm picturing the map right. And then the last thing that I'm going to have to do that, hey Sherry, an awesome one, that I've never done before is we're going to have to try to do a wrong warp glitch, which involves F4ing out, Alt F4ing out of the game while loading a warp. So that one could be interesting. These NPCs freak me out. That ain't normal. Oh, I don't have it near as memorized as I need to. I've got large chunks of it memorized, but I also, so a guy named Ender something kind of routed this about a month ago, I think. So I'm trying to follow kind of his guide to what he did to do similar to what I'm doing. But I tried to at least have a game plan before I started streaming it, because me running around looking for random things, I don't think would be all that interesting either. Okay, so here's back to where the capital is. Where can you get to Mount Gelmir from here? Because we're not going to go through the capital. You know what? I bet it's down that way. I'm looking at the map wrong. Yeah, it's the bridge and the ladder, but I went the wrong way in the plateau because we want to go to this road right here. Yeah, so north and then west. I thought there was a spirit spring to jump up. There it is. Go head up the church. Then we got to go all the way up there. So we go across here, we go through to the first ladder up. And I'm betting any minute the wife bursts in the door and realizes that I'm streaming and then gets upset that I'm streaming. Pretty sure this is the one we want. Hey, Keto. If I'm right, there's coffins, then there's a guy sitting, well, a body sitting, and he's got a stone on him. Oh. And a side of grease. So we're going to collect these, we're going to kill a dog, we're going to rob a dead body. Good boys just sitting there next to the dead body. There's the 6. I mean, we could go get Comet Azure while we're up here. If I can remember the path to it. I think it may have been back down. Yeah, Slender, you've played this a lot more recently than I have. I'm glad you reminded me which way to go. I bet even at this low level we could take that. So the goal is, if I can get this Death Poker to level 9 and then farm just a few runes off of the dragon and get up to like level 60, should be able to absolutely one-shot bosses. I really hate those guys. I can't remember what I'm looking for up here. I'm trying to find the demi-human village, but I think it's the other level up. How did he get up here? Ridiculous train of mobs behind me. Really? We're going with one-shot burn. Okay. And I think that's the wrong way to the village anyway. I think that goes up to the manor. So I think we actually have to take the ladder next to the let's see, it's the ladder next to the trader that's up there. So we go up where the boss guy is, and then left. Well, mini boss guy, crab guy. I also need to get going on Sellen's quest. Is it this one? I think it's this one. They turned the meme of Thomas the Train Engine mod and made it into a horror game called Choo Choo Charles. That guy can't get many customers up here. Nice view, though. That is a long, long ladder. And I think I just missed this site of grace. There's some demi-humans. Nope, wrong way. Turn, horse. Yeah, this doesn't look right. I know it's around a bend. Weird. I really thought it was right there. If you go across the bridge, you're going to the manor, I think. Or maybe it is across. Yeah, this goes to the manor. So we might as well save point here either way. There's some butterflies. Slender says it's down and through the canyon. Invasion. This may not go well. Bait out the jump attack. Great. Oh, she just powered through that. Jeez. Yeah, I can picture what you're talking about, Slender. I just can't remember exactly where it is. I'm at the bridge right there, and then you can jump down, right? It'd help if I had gone on and gotten the map. Actually, can't you jump down from up? No, we're too high up to get down from here. Plus, that's the backside of the... Yeah, that's where you fight the rotting tree. Get this unlocked real quick. Yeah, I get what you're saying now, I think. Where you fight, where all the broken wagons are, and you fight the dragon, and then run through, and then there's all the spouts of scarlet rot and fire coming out of the swamp stuff. Yeah, I'm betting the awesome. I'm betting the pixels that they removed are the ones that everybody liked. Go get the golden seed and the map fragment. That was a bit lucky. And this is what we were looking down on from up there earlier. Do not want to deal with him right now. And this is where we got invaded. And there's my souls. Let's see if we can not get 2 on 1. The thing is, she'll just power through the attacks. That's kind of her MO. Dang it. Got her. All right, let's get out of here. Technically, we did what we came to do. We got the somber smithing stone. I guess I could have just warped out. But we did recover the souls. Got 7,000 plus whatever rune things that we've picked up. Could probably go ahead and level up to what, 6? Haven't even done anything here yet. So all we need is a 7. And unfortunately, they're in Lanedale Capital. Or Crumbling Azula. So we need to go to... not the south. We need to try to... so this is where we've got to try to do the wrong warp to get into the city. So I've got to take the... I think I've got to go to the 4 belfries. Which, if that's the case, let's go over here. Because they are up here. So, yeah. That's the belfry. So we can just go left and eventually work our way up the road there, I think. It's sad that the 7 is the one that I can't get. I've already got the 8 and the 9, but the 7 is the one that you've got to actually glitch things to make it work. And a glitch I've never done, as I was saying. But a highly useful one. But it'd also be super annoying if I don't get it, because you've got to quit out of the game each time. So then we've got to reload back in. Oh, I've got to go around, don't I? All right, so what we need is, if we want to go to Crumbling Faramajula, we go down to the lowest one. We can also try to do the Landale Capital City one. Either one would work. I know exactly where in the capital city. So it's not Night Sky. I think that... so in the capital city, it's in the subterranean area next to a lobster. But I think this one goes to Crumbling Faramajula, and then you can just go and get some. Because they're just laying around there, I think. All right. This will be interesting to try to make happen. And it'll probably show on my desktop. Oh yeah, that's not even denting these guys. That one does. I'm not sure where you have to be to do the trick, but I think there is a side of grace down here. Somewhere. Come on. Death poke. Okay. So I was wrong about there being the side of grace right here. So the trick is supposedly you warp to the table of lost grace, and when the loading screen, when it gets to the very end of it, like 100%, you F4 out immediately, and it should, if you do it right, load you into the main area rather than back into this crumbled area. So I guess we'll try it and see what happens. Okay, I hit it. Then we load back in and see what happens. And if it doesn't work, I don't know how many times we'll try this on a stream. Because it could also just corrupt the whole file, I would guess. And if it doesn't, the other thing we could do is just go kill the tree sentinel and get into the city, because all you have to do is go into the city. So if this doesn't work, then we'll try it that way. Yeah, it didn't like me quitting out. Did it work? It did. First try. So we just skipped to the, basically pretty close to the end of the game, just by alt-4ing out. There's an 8. But we're looking for the 7. And everything here will be able to absolutely destroy me if it wants to. I honestly can't believe I got that to work on the first try. You can also do it on the console versions. Never tried it. But the other place you can do it is you take a warp to. There's a warp that takes you to the capital city, and all there is the giant that you can fight, and it's where that lift eventually goes, but you have to activate it later. And you can Alt F4 out of there, and it'll think that you're in the city, so it'll take you to the first place in the city that's loaded. This really probably should just be a run and hope I find the things I need, because I didn't look for where the sevens are in this place. I didn't expect the trick to work. But I think the sevens are outside, like where you fight the dragon. That was just in the nick of time. I'm not going to get through this dragon currently, so they better be just laying out here. That's a 6. And it has to be the somber. That's a smithing stone 8. Back away, not today. What do we got here? Smithing stone 8. I'm hoping there's actually a somber 7 here. And this is the in-game area. There's a smithing 7, not a somber. Let's do a quick lookup of whether there is one. One found on the corpse on a chunk of floating debris on the eastern edge, between the Tempest Face balcony and the Dragon Temple. So, nope. Hi, guys. There's a corpse. Are you the corpse I'm looking for? Nope. Yoink. That's not the corpse I'm looking for. I'm so used to not fat rolling. I don't know why I'm wearing armor. No, awesome. It's not really that you can only do that. I'm just doing a challenge where I'm getting, before I start killing any of the mainline bosses, I'm trying to get as super powered as possible. Because I've already beaten the game multiple ways. But I've never used this weapon. And ultimately, oh, there was an item up there that may have been it. Ultimately, if I can do this and get all the somber smithing stones and learn this route, then I can do it with any weapon that requires these upgrades and do it every time. That way, you get to play the whole game with the weapon of your choice that you can get, rather than, upgrading as you go or swapping out weapons as you go. Because I've done that. Because we're also going to cheat and super level ourselves here in a few minutes if the glitch for the dragon still works. And if I'm fast enough. And then that'll be pretty much what this whole thing was about. We'll kill some bosses just to see it in action. And then I may finish the game at some point on stream, but anymore, I kind of enjoy doing this kind of stuff and trying to follow the footsteps of some other players that have already done all the legwork, trying to figure out how to do some of these builds. I probably should have looked where the second one is too, just so I don't know this area all that well, so I can't remember where the body is they're telling me to go look for anyway. Death Flight. That thing gets a pretty good damage though. Okay. So one found on floating debris on the eastern edge. So yeah, if that's heading into the center of the city instead of going on the outside. Nope. Saw that coming. So it'll be on one of these platforms. It'll be funny if that ball bearing actually unlocks them. There it is. So that is how you get number 7. Grab the side of grace if I'm able to, and then we are going back to level this thing up and then go kill the first couple bosses. Now that we've seen in-game stuff. I'll have to make a video out of this footage, just getting it down to this is how you get to all the ones that you need. So I'll just go to this guy. Hopefully I've got enough runes in my inventory to finish this off, because it does cost quite a bit. Oh yeah, I just picked up runes in Farum Azula. We're fine. So that is as high as I can get it until an ancient dragon stone, and I bet there's one in Farum Azula that you could get. So now let's go do the fun part. Actually, I need to buy... No, I bought the torch at the beginning. Yeah, we're good. So this guy, Ember Souls or something like that, I can't remember who it was, but he's come up with a new way to do this dragon that involves this weapon and a torch. Because this weapon, the Death's Poker, applies so much frost. So then you use a torch to then take the frost debuff off of the boss, and then you refrost him. So rather than using the blood method, so we're going to go one of those, switch, and do that. And then you switch back, do one of those, switch, take the debuff off. One of those, switch, take the debuff off. Which normally, even with the bleed build, this takes forever. No. FP. Okay, then we got to be ready to run as well. Nope. Wrong button. Next proc, and uh-oh. I don't think I got going quick enough. Nah. So Normally, if you do it right, and that last swing screwed me up, you get all the runes for this boss, but he stays there, and you can just go back and kill him and back and kill him and back and kill him. There's plenty of videos on it. So I screwed that up, but it's still 80,000 souls that we use to just go ahead and level up whatever we want, which I'm going to do almost all intelligence because we're an intelligence build. All of our damage is going to scale off of our intelligence. And then we're going to go attack a couple bosses. Actually, there's one other thing that we could go get that would also help, which is the Terra Magica. And it's right outside of the academy. Okay. Yeah, I didn't confirm last time, but there's 35. So what we would do is, all right, have a good one, stuttering guitarist. What we would do is you used a battle standard. You follow that up with the Terra Magica. And then you stand there and you basically just used a poker to destroy them. I should re-equip my staff too. Don't need fire. So like this is literally good enough to go through most of the game. You could still get some more. Obviously, you're going to want a few more spells and stuff, but you could get through most of the game just with the death poker with the ghost flame, which is magic. And with the rock sling spell. Well, that was an adventure. And even our spells now, because we leveled up the intelligence, they're pretty good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and top off. We're going to have the rock sling ready. We're going to get off 4 of these to hopefully stagger. And we're going to stab her. Then we're going to charge an R2 and an R1. And then repeat. 1, 2, 3. Nope, didn't make it, but look at the damage either way. So that is another spell we've got. It's not what we came here for, though. We came for the Terra Magica. Did the stream drop out? Maybe I've just got too many things going because, yeah, the YouTube stream on my side is just spinning. But that could be because I've got the game going, the streaming software going, and the stream open. So, all right, so there's Terra Magica. Let's go kill Margit. Why even bother with that? Let's go to Stormhill Shack. And I don't think I can even use the Commander's Lance yet because I didn't get enough strength to do it yet. Unless I can two-hand it. Yeah, I can. But can I use the skill two-handed? Yep. Okay. Don't need that. There's more we could obviously do before going and taking on the bosses, but the majority of what we wanted to do, we've done. We should be able to see what kind of rewards we get for spending that much time getting ready just to get going. Okay, so we've got our Site of Grace. We need to equip Terra Magica. Where is it? There it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to rally. Then we're going to take that off altogether because it weighs a lot. Then we're going to go to Terra Magica. We're going to cast it. We're going to trigger the boss. And let's see what this looks like. Well, where did my Terra Magica go? Oh, it moved me that far. Come on. I used the wrong attack, of course. There was 3 hits. Okay. Next time I'll use the correct attack. I was hitting the wrong trigger. Yes, I am that dumb. Okay. And actually, we don't care about the rolling because we're not wearing any armor, so we can just keep this equipped. So we'll do that. We go in. Terra Magica. Let her come. Boom. And boom. 3 hits. If we hadn't screwed up the dragon and we got up to the level that I wanted to be at, did 1 shot easily. Because I'd like to be closer to 40 or 50 intelligence. Let's see if we can take the Tree Sentinel. The first one. Come on. Not my best dodge. It's going to be hard to get him to go into the magic and stay there. Not bad, wouldn't you say, Slender? So now the game has just become run through it and absolutely crush bosses. Won't be able to use Terra Magica probably on the dragon, but we'll try just using the Ghost Flame. See how well it does. Because I normally fight this dragon on horseback anyway. Not bad. And we haven't even gone to the Weeping Peninsula and gotten the stuff that we could have gotten from there. Try one of the Ever Jails. Yeah, this could be my new favorite build. Especially once I start actually throwing in spells and stuff. See ya. Didn't even need the Terra Magica. What's up, Mars Monkey Max? That was awesome. Now, since Shags is what set me off on wanting to turn Elden Ring back on, because he's trying his first sorcerer playthrough, let's go to the boss that was giving him trouble yesterday. My character is very shiny.
Would you mind my soul, please? Thank you. Then please.
Yeah, this is a great looking game, Mars. I wish it wasn't constantly showing the cursor on the screen. something weird with how the screen share works in here. Oh yeah, and there's a golden seed over here too. And we can technically get another memory slot from one of the towers. And yeah, there's lots that I still could have done to maximize everything. And I really wish I hadn't messed up the dragon. It would have been nice to really get up to level 50 or 60 in intelligence. What's up, Jonah Hex? What's up, Basco? I have created a super build, and we're now testing it on all kinds of enemies. And bosses. And it is super dirty. And we'll refill real quick. I love it. Come on. We're going to go straight to the boss and just nuke him. That guy's persistent. Here's the only part that'll be troublesome. Dark Souls platforming and rats. I'm so tired of them putting this stuff in the games. And I'm not confident enough to go as fast as most people do. I think that's the way out. Because I don't want to drop to the back corner. All right, let's see how this goes. We'll even call out the dogs just for fun. Not too bad. He moved away from the first hit. I think I watched Shags do that for at least an hour yesterday. So there's that whole castle in, what, 5 minutes? I can still go get... There's a church here that I can get a sacred tear from. There's a warp. This is where the warp is to the capital city. It's at the top of one of these buildings. There's the church, and then the Erd tree. Yeah, I still haven't even used the physic yet. That would add another, what, 20 to 30% damage increase. So yeah, that is the build. I think I will leave it there for today because I got to get ready for bourbon and boarding in what, 2-3 hours. So thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully I'll see some of you on bourbon and boarding back here at 9:15 Mountain. And yeah, I think we'll do a little bit more playthrough with this character because it's fun. And tomorrow is Sunday, so I'll have some time to do it, I think. So catch y'all later. Have a great evening.